thing that's happened to Clutch, like patch-wise, even though he's like really, really good on paper right now and not much of a balance concern.
Uh-oh!
The fact that I think we're still in warm-up, right?
No, I think that was
really?
live.
Oh shit! Okay, sorry. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so an explosive beginning
Spicy.
to Veil of Nap. That's just how that works sometimes. But people have played against Clutch so much, and you know this, where even if Clutch is like perfectly balanced, everybody's played against so much Clutch that everybody kind of knows how to handle them.
Yes. Or has some sort of a plan as to what they should do. Whether or not it always works out is kind of up in the air. But I think I agree with that sentiment. Like, at some point, it's going to change because abilities are going to be nerfed, and I think a lot of people's counter plans involve abilities to some degree.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be interesting when the damage dealing abilities get nerfed. But for now, it's, you know, he's a strong pick on some maps. He's a really bad pick on others. And SIB's got a good one. So.
And strong as always, we've got the starter shotgun finishing off not only the Ranger, but the Swarlag as well. So there's SIB getting the pickup for the heavy armor, wondering where that Galena went. Oh,
right in front of me.
There you are. Great. Down you go.
And this is SIB's map pick, and I do believe it's one of GELLEHSAK's least favorite maps.
Yeah.
So this could be a quicken.
Could be. I mean,
to the last one.
It's interesting on Quake Champions because you say that, okay, there are spawns that mean you get into a fight very, very quickly, but both players know what the other spawn is, so it's kind of up to them whether or not they want to get into the mosh pit right away or not.
Yeah, I think you've said something to me in the past, which is an interesting point in that, like, one of the interesting things about having 5-round duel is that you have to make that choice 5 times.
Yeah.
You have to make that call of, do you want to aggress this? Do you want to do something really passive, cheeky, whatever? And I think that does add, you know, CP orbs, yeah.
Especially when sometimes you get the same spawn 5 times.
Hey, that does happen. This is a map that does happen.
Yeah.
On. And I think as a player, you need to know that and manage the set accordingly. Like,
right.
It's tough in something like a best of 1, but in a best of 3, you have to manage your emotions, know it can happen to you, know it can happen to them, and make sure you're playing the other 2 maps, you know, completely up to snuff.
And it's always fresh because, you know, all right,
oh, wow.
literally 30 seconds ago, I spawned LG, rushed him here, and I died because I did this. I don't need to do it again. Or do you? Or you just think this time things are going to go differently. This time it's going to work. And
yes.
That time, SIB's LG has got the job done. GELLEHSAK down to the Swarlag once again. Hopefully getting some speed out of the gate here. Really good LG as SIB is now moving his way back over towards the Mega. Didn't quite make the rocket jump to it.
Ruh-roh.
Giving that Mega to GELLEHSAK. The whole time, though, I don't think SIB was spotted. Like, the whole time he was falling down, it was in complete silence. But now he's been caught here now, taking away a 25 back over towards the heavy. And, of course, GELLEHSAK is going to be closing. I mean, that was kind of the play from SIB. It was like, okay, yeah, he's going to drop down on me. I can go for the orb. But he's going to get caught out at the small armor, and GELLEHSAK is going to be pushing SIB down to a very large champion indeed. A little bit smaller, though. More of a micro machine.
He's beefy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, he's a big boy, and that's okay. He's got the shield, and there you go. That's a good move by GELLEHSAK. I think that's kind of an underrated skill to use to get away from Clutch.
Yeah.
Is the movement. A lot of people trying to confront Clutch right away. It's good.
It was a little bit messy from GELLEHSAK, but he's still running away and kiting SIB just barely, trying to take away, well, just one of the 25s. And trying to turn back around. I appreciate it. Like, do enough damage to get him off my back and thinking about something else, but SIB's persistence gave him the frag, and, well, GELLEHSAK's down to Galena now.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the kind of the unknown factors of playing Clutch that a lot of people don't understand is, you know, most of your fights versus good players, they have escape plan A, B, C, and D. So it's more about making the right read than it is just popping the shield right, you know, at the perfect time. I mean,
you
as
say
he does that.
As we have the shield popped at a pretty damn good time. Not good timing on the heavy armor though, so he's going to be a little bit weaker, and if he dies because of this, I am going to be amused. But SIB's playing it fairly conservatively. What?
Wow,
he got 54 damage from that angle? Okay. Great. Oh my god!
Wow, really well played.
Jeez! Completely shut him down. Yeah, I want to see that rocket again. I want to see that rail again. What a great double play out of SIB. Baiting the armor that he failed to pick up. That's pretty next level.
Yeah, and I think if you're GELLEHSAK at this point, you just kind of hope. SIB's gotten the wrong side of the map spawn 3 times in a row, and he's still kind of owning him. So I think GELLEHSAK, he might mentally kind of decompress and don't rein it in. Don't give it up, but like understand that maybe he's outclassing you on this map, and don't take that into the next map at this point. Just make sure you're still focused and doing what you're supposed to do, time items, make sure you're still sharp. Because at this point, I think SIB has showed that he can outclass most people on Veil now.
Oof.
What a rocket! What a second rocket too.
I was about to say, you're writing him off already, Hum, and then, yeah, 2 solid rockets like that, can't blame him. But there's the ambient spits kind of doing the job. Also giving him that...
Oh no!
The ticks. Do you think he's ticked off?
I think that probably tickled the wrong. That tickled his funny bone a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
Man.
There's the revenge of Sorlag once again. So 2 frags very quickly. We got SIB back up on a keel. And that's where the grenades could certainly, add some vitamin C to his diet. But GELLEHSAK's going to have to come through small armor. And yeah, if you're a heavy champion, you do want to be taking advantage of the fact that there's like, what, 4 small armors on the map. You want to take them all.
No, he's just hitting everything at the moment, and that's... He was like, screw you, Dewey, you're wrong. No, but I think, he probably has loosened himself up a little bit and said, hey, he's obviously playing really well this map.
Wow. But SIB pulling out these rail angles like nothing.
These rails from SIB on this map are just pretty much perfect. Little whiff, but good grenade. Good idea with the grenade there. If GELLEHSAK was in fact waiting for the...
Wow.
Okay. If GELLEHSAK was in fact waiting for the Q, go ahead and toss a grenade on the rocket launcher, just in case.
That's what you want to see out of Keel. You're not spamming them. You're using them like well within LG range, and you do have to flick a little bit. Like you watch his aim, and it's like, okay, you have to adjust, then go for the rocket or the LG. But it does all the damage, and that's going to be 3-0. SIB just showing that, hey, Veil of Now is a contentious map, but you have to practice it. You have to internalize it, or I'm going to turn your internals into externals.
I think SIB is just really, really good at that map. I mean, I think, his knowledge of the angles, damage output is really, really high level. Particularly in NA, like within the players here. So seeing him kind of put on that dominant performance against a really good player. And even when he got maybe the wrong side of the map a few times in a row, it was like, it doesn't matter, I'm still winning these rounds. And I mean, GELLEHSAK had every advantage that last round. He had 2 champs up, his best champion. I mean, what more could he have asked for? And SIB said, you can have some grenades.
Yeah.
And he didn't know he wanted them, but he wanted them
It's
really
so
badly.
easy to go up against a lot of people who play Keel and realize, like, okay, yeah, he's got a small hitbox for being a heavy champion. He's going to have a lot of armor, so he's going to be tough to take down. But I don't maybe need to respect the grenades all that much because a lot of players do spam them, even at a pretty high level. But that was pretty surgical coming out of SIB.
Yeah, those combos that we saw, particularly that last one where he did 2 combos with the grenades, that's a lot of...
Feels good.
Well,
if you've never done that to
good,
somebody, it feels amazing.
It feels good when you do it to them. It doesn't feel good when it gets done to you.
I mean,
that's okay.
That's the history of Quake, really. But we're going to be going into our 3rd map, Corrupted Keep. We do have Sorlag coming back out. We have Clutch coming back out. And, of course, BG on Corrupted Keep is a big deal. Let's see if SIB goes for a pick of himself. Now he's going for the Galena. Okay, cool.
I've got to give SIB the advantage here. I think SIB is one of the better Corrupted Keep players, and I think GELLEHSAK is one of the not better Corrupted Keep players in America, at least at the top. And
so why didn't he toss it?
Because he probably tossed... I'm surprised he tossed Runes of Sarnath, but
Yeah.
I think he loved Ruins when he had Anarchy, and he doesn't have it anymore, so that's probably why he didn't pick Runes of Sarnath.
If Vu's out there watching, I'm sure he feels you're paying GELLEHSAK.
Yeah. And he probably didn't want to play ZTN versus someone like SIB, who's very ability heavy, who could use those corners and those angles to kind of do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, but we are starting off here as a Sorlag for GELLEHSAK, and using that speed to not only capitalize on the heavy armor, but also a rocket launcher very quickly. And so that means that most of these fights aren't going to be happening at the rocket launcher right away just because of that speed. But GELLEHSAK is showing some good awareness of not only not only the totems, but just the machine gun damage needed to take down SIB. And I like that ragdoll raining down from the skies.
Well, and GELLEHSAK did a really good job of putting himself in the one position, and SIB gets away with that with no ult usage, which is a big advantage unless GELLEHSAK can tell him.
Clutch Shock, Dinosaur Hunter for sure. Yeah, that was good shotgun work.
Yeah, I think he put himself in a really good position going to the top of the statue to rain rockets. Like, he gave himself the high ground early in the fight, where SIB might have expected a slightly different engagement, and I think it kind of caught SIB off guard there.
Yeah, but SIB could be holding on to a great armor stack, and of course GELLEHSAK with that orb is going to be a little bit dangerous for SIB to hold down the height advantage like this. Well, he's kind of baiting for that dire orb, and yeah, he's even sticking out a little bit more like, come on, just throw out your orb. I don't really want to frag you right now. It would be nice if I did, obviously, but it'd be better if I got that orb. He got no information off that rocket, so that's a free mega for GELLEHSAK there.
Yeah, and I think he did hear GELLEHSAK, so he at least, you know, heard the mega, but I think if you're...
What?
Well,
why would you... That's lava, buddy. That is lava.
The floor is lava.
Literally. That's not an orb that he needed to commit to. And even SIB was looking a little surprised, like, really?
Wow.
You're okay, all right. Neat.
Okay.
Actually, I think he backed away around the corner because he expected the lava to finish him off. Like, okay, I guess I'll do the dirty work here.
Yeah, no, he thought about the drill kill, but he's like, the lava kill is better.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to just timing the shotgun, but SIB's dropping a shield in favor of the mining laser. GELLEHSAK is barely getting out of there. Take away the boneyard health and maybe show up here for the mega. Well, he's here regardless whether or not he can afford to be. And there's the first round going to SIB. Like you said, SIB pretty damn handy on Corrupted Keep.
Yeah, he's very dominant, particularly with clutch. And I think he's doing the right thing, playing something that's very consistent and stable before clutch, because clutch can put you in some awkward situations and cause some things to not go right. So playing something real stable like Galena gives him a better shot at kind of making a presence in the map before he even has to go to that big robot.
Absolutely. So as we're getting into the next round here, SIB could be starting off as Galena, and yeah, I mean.
What? Another awkward fight. Don't do it, no!
Yeah, but the dots nearly did it. Oh, and the
that was really
totem
close.
Disappears just at the right moment. But yeah, this is going to be shotgun v shotgun. GELLEHSAK just
time?
doesn't have the health for it, though.
Every time? I mean, hey, it's a good read by SIB, and I think SIB, that's probably part of his game plan, is eliminate the Sorlag, make him play something that is not quite as... Maybe dodge off the map once or twice. I mean, you know, whatever happens, you know. Things can get crazy.
And that just happened. But do you think GELLEHSAK is having a better or a worse time for having banned Death Knight instead of clutch?
Better.
Okay.
I still think for someone like SIB, okay, SIB really wants to force a very, like, all-in type, you have to commit to this fight. You have no choice.
Right.
And I think clutch... You still, with movement like GELLEHSAK, you still have the capacity to get away.
Right.
If you botch your movement, you're going to die. But, like, DK can eliminate you without you botching your movement, I guess. And I think GELLEHSAK's playing this like, I'm going to make you beat me. And if you do, then I'll tip my cap. But if you don't, well, I made the right call. I think that's a big sign of respect for SIB, because it really... You see a lot of players play Death Knight, but it's not so oppressive that maybe you would ban it against everybody. But versus SIB, it's like almost a no-brainer for me. It's like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to mess with it.
I can certainly appreciate that, but GELLEHSAK is looking a little bit stronger here in the next round. Looking for just the corner plays here and putting himself in a spot where, yeah, even the tribal's not going to be too much of a problem. The orb play there, 31 HP left for SIB, not quite all the way inside of him like he needed it to be.
Yeah, I'm not super big on the play GELLEHSAK decided to make there. I think that was
he was doing great until he went through the doorway. It was like, okay, like play far back enough that rockets won't really touch me, tribal won't touch me, and I can go for a machine gun anytime he pops out. And then close range like that, yeah, things are gonna get messy, gonna get dangerous. But SIB just waiting for it, and he gets the frag. What the orb? What? What? Just like baited him right down onto it. Like, all right, come on down. Boom. Goes the dynamite.
Yeah, that was...
that was looking so good for GELLEHSAK for a moment.
Yeah, I think honestly he probably was a little frustrated. He knows that last play was not the most ideal way to use his stack.
He watches Master Chef. He knows that he can't afford that. Oh my God, that rocket to push him out! Not even the rocket frag midair, but just the push out. Even better.
Look for it. Check it, dude.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, no.
I mean, I would just be kind of just laughing my tits off if I had made that frag, so I wouldn't be caring too much about items.
But he's a professional.
I guess.
He's a professional.
Whatever that means these days. Oh, jeez. But yeah, there's a bit of revenge there from SIB. Mining laser, drilling down the dino.
It's just... Yeah, I mean, I think SIB's use of clutch versus GELLEHSAK's particular lineup with the Sorlag and the Ranger and the BJ is pretty impressive. It's tough to deal with 3 things that can effectively reduce you to nothing, either if your shield is up or if it's down. I mean,
yeah,
this is
and almost
messy.
the same situation. But there's GELLEHSAK. I thought he was going to
13.
get slapped around by that rocket, but yeah, just a little bit of health, getting some back from the BJ passive. I prefer active BJs myself, but GELLEHSAK getting back up on the armor at least. 2 seconds to Mega. He's not really going to have the time or the angle for putting much pressure on it. That's going to be going back over to SIB. We hear the rocket jump, and GELLEHSAK's expecting it, but he doesn't have anything to really do with it. He doesn't have an LG. He's be feeling that pain a lot right now.
Oh, double shotgun, double shotgun, double shotgun. No.
Guess not. Guess not.
GG's.
So 3-0 one.
I think GELLEHSAK kind of struggled to use shotgun that map a little too much, and SIB showed that he was more than willing to abuse it. Because there were some really good shotgun plays by SIB, and also
this orb, yeah,
this
like,
can happen.
Yeah, that was a gimme
for this week.
He got it. Jeez. So yeah, I mean, this was a fascinating series. It's just as entertaining as I thought it would be, but at the end of it all, that does mean that we're going to be seeing SIB go into the semifinal.